What's up, Broncos country? Welcome back to the channel. So here to preview the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. We get a playoff rematch from a year ago. This time being in the Mile High. It's going to be a fun one. Normally go on here, talk about little tidbits and extra things that don't really have anything to do with the game, but not today. Okay, this is a business now. This is serious. We're going to jump straight into the injury report. I'm going to talk about keys on how the Broncos can beat the Buffalo Bills in this one. I do have one thing, though, at the end that has nothing to do with this game that I will share, but we're going to speak of the most important topic first, which is the injuries, which could play a big key role in this matchup. And the Bills have a lot of them. So we're going to start with their injury reporter. They had two players that were full on Tuesday. This video is being made Tuesday night, probably be uploaded hopefully Tuesday night, probably Wednesday morning, and no later than Wednesday night. But there are two full players, Damar Hamlin and Curtis Samuel. They had a bunch of players limited. Looks like 7 players limited. Josh Allen, finger, knee, and foot. So he's got a couple things going on with him. He's gonna play though. Terrell Bernard, AJ Espinoza, Ed Oliver, Dalton Kincaid, which he was seen in a walking boot after the game against the Jaguars. I do expect him to play, though. Matt Milano and Greg Ruscio. Probably said that wrong. Then they had 5 players, DMP, Maxwell Harrison, Ty Johnson, Jordan Poyer, who has already been ruled out for this one, Matt Prater, and Tyrell Shavers. For the Broncos injury report, looking pretty clean. The only thing that sucks is I was hoping we'd get to see J.K. Dobbins in this one, but if we can make it to another week, I do have confidence he'll be able to play in that game. Our injury report, though, we had 1 player full, John Franklin Myers. He's on track to play in this one. Good to have him back. And then also on track to play this one, we had 3 players limited. First one, Dre Greenlaw. That's a big player to have back there. He's a big reason why we got him in the first place, was because of the playoff game against the Bills last year. We realized we had to upgrade on defense. Our defense wasn't good enough. They got a lot better, okay? I mean, I'm really excited for this matchup, guys. I mean, you don't even know. This is a great matchup to get revenge in. You know, I had a terrible taste in my mouth after that loss last year in the wild card, which I understood that, you know, it was good playoff experience because we're a young team. But we got punched in the mouth. It wasn't like it was a close game. So, yeah, I wasn't feeling very good after it. But I was like, I want them to get after this year. And out there in this position again, I'm excited to see these boys roll, because I think that even the players are a little motivated in this one. There's a bunch of media outlets in this one that have us as 1-point home underdogs. And I love that. Love that. Keep on doubting us. I feel like when we're doubted, that's when we play our best. So, man, I'm super hyped for this one. I hope y'all are too, Broncos country. Anyway, we're getting a little too carried away. We had 2 other limited players. Lucas Kroll, that's going to be big if he comes back, because I feel like he's pretty good at getting separation. I think he's been a really good target when he's been healthy. So, yeah, if he plays in this one, that would be big. Drew Sanders, he would be good to have out there as well as depth and special teams play. Anyway, I'm going to look at the Bills depth chart. So, looking at the wide receiver room, said Curtis Samuel's full. It says he's on IR on their depth chart, though. So I don't know if that's 100% true. But anyway, Gabe Davis did head to the IR this week. Joshua Palmer as well has headed to the IR. Khalil Shakir and Brandon Cooks, two guys we got to watch for in this one. I feel like Khalil Shakir, Josh Allen likes to throw short passes to him. Brandon Cooks, though, he could be a deep threat, so we're going to have to limit him in this one. I think really the guy who we need to take away in this one is James Cook. We need to make him fumble like the game we played the Bills when we had Russell Wilson. That's the James Cook that we need to have show up in this one. So I feel like when James Cook's not playing well and it forces Josh Allen to have to will the team, I think that's when they make their most mistakes. And that's definitely a game plan this one. I think they need to definitely shut James Cook down. Josh Allen, though, he can run. He can run. It's going to be an issue. But I trust that Vance Joseph's going to get this defense ready and right to hopefully contain that. You can't contain everything. But I know they'll have a good game plan for this one. And they are banged up too. But the thing is, they have a really good O-line. They have two good tackles, Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown. And they got a former Bronco, Connor McGovern, at center. So I think it's going to be a little tough for Nick Benito, Jonathan Cooper to get home in this one. But it's going to be up to that interior D-line, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, all those guys to really get pressure up the middle. And I think they can. I think they can have a big day. And I think they'll be able to stop the run. They weren't able to do it last year. This year they've been really good at stopping the run. And yeah, look at that defense. They do have Joey Bosa. He is familiar with us. We played him. He was with the Chargers. And then, Shaq Davis, Terrion Johnson, Tre'Davious White. They got some dudes on defense, but they lost a lot of guys on defense as well. I don't think their defense is as good as it was a year ago when we played them. So I definitely hope Bo can get his revenge, get out there, and get some yards on this defense. But it's all going to really depend on how the running game goes, which I'm going to start leading into my 3 keys on how the Broncos can win this game here. And on the offensive side of things, you got to go with the hot hand. Like I'm saying, got to get the run game going. I think Jaleel McLaughlin needs more carries in this one. Jaleel McLaughlin has been really good as of late, especially when Dobbins went down. I feel like just as of late, he's averaged like 5 or 6 yards per carry. And I love what the Rook's doing. But I don't know. I feel like McLaughlin's just seeing he just has better vision out there than RJ Harvey. I feel like he's just finding the holes a little bit more than Harvey is. But yeah, I think Harvey's more of kind of he's going to have to be your third down back, I feel like. I feel like McLaughlin right now, he's got the hot hand, he's got the speed. I think he's going to have a little more carries in this one. That's my opinion. We'll see what they do there. But I don't want to necessarily take RJ Harvey's carries away. But I'd say definitely try to get some more out in there for Jaleel McLaughlin. I think he's an energy spark on that offense. And then another thing, I think Bo needs to run. We saw all the quarterbacks in the first week of the playoffs. All the teams that won their quarterbacks were running. I think that's big in the playoffs. Your quarterback definitely needs to pick up those crucial first downs And, yeah, Bo previewed it a little bit in that Chargers game. He ran a lot. And I think he's going to have to do it again. But, yeah, so that's another thing. And then also going to have to connect on some deep shots in this one. I'm not saying you got to go like 8 for 8, 9 for 9 deep shots. You got to go like 3 for 8 or something. They haven't been taking very many deep shots lately, but they're going to have to get some deep shots and connect on a couple of them to like Marvin Mims or Troy Franklin. Those guys are going to have to get those. Like that first drive of the game when we played them a year ago when they had the deep shot to Troy Franklin, stuff like that. But they're going to have to do that like 2 or 3 times at least in this game. And they can. I know they can do it. But anyway, leading into the 3 keys here. I think number 1 key is you're gonna have to get the running game going. That's basically what I said. And yeah, I mean, we really just gotta expose the Bills' run defense. I don't think the run defense is that great. And hopefully that opens up the passing game to where we can connect on those deep shots. Take those deep shots. That's what I'm trying to say. And, yeah, that'd really be the first key for me there for the offense. And then the second key here is really going to have to contain Josh Allen. Like I said, though, I think the James Cook thing would be a great start, containing him, because when we played the Bills last year, he was running all over us. And like I said, the defense got a lot better than they were last year. And I don't know, last year was kind of a game of when they score, you need to score back. Like you had to go toe-to-toe. And we didn't really have games like that last year where when we played the elites, we weren't really going toe-to-toe with them. Well, we proved that this year we can go toe-to-toe with them. I mean, when we played the Packers, which that game right there showed a lot to me. When they went toe-to-toe with them, I was like, hey, they could do that. I think they could really go toe-to-toe with anybody. So they're going to have to do that in this one. I think this one's going to be a toe-to-toe game. But, yeah, they're going to have to be efficient in the red zone and score touchdowns. And, yeah, so. And then the last thing, I think that Broncos just need to control the clock and, you know, Josh Allen's beat up. Need to force him to make mistakes. If we could get turnovers, that would be huge. Be very critical for the Bills, and especially if we could score off of turnovers. If we could get a pick here and there. I mean, I'm kind of thinking back to that Eagles game when they went to Buffalo and held them to 12 points. We need to have a defensive performance like that. But offensive side, obviously, you need to score more points than 13. But, yeah, those are going to be my 3 keys there. My prediction for this game, I picked this score in my head on Monday before I saw Mr. Adam Rank predict the same score as me. Adam Rank, I don't care what any other media outlets say. There's a lot of media outlets that think the Bills are going to win this game. That's okay. I like that. But I will say this. Give me the Broncos in this one. Some home cooking. I expect that crowd. We haven't had a home playoff game in over 10 freaking years. Okay. I expect that crowd to be rocking, and I'm so hyped for it. And give me the Broncos 23-20. It's going to be a close one. I think we win it by a field goal. And I think it's actually going to be a final drive field goal. I think the Broncos are going to be tied 20-20. Bonick's going to lead them down the field. They're going to get in the field goal range, and Lutz is going to bring it home for us. You heard it here first. Gotta love Adam Rank supporting the Broncos, man. Always picking them when everybody's doubting them. And that's okay. We love it. We love being the underdogs. So I can't wait. This is going to be a great matchup. And Saturday, can't get here quicker, man. I'm hyped for this one. But anyway, before we get out of here, there was something that I was watching earlier. It was Von Miller's podcast. And he actually was talking about how he would not mind being back with the Broncos 2026 and kind of teaching Nick Bonito everything he knows. And, being a rotational linebacker. And, yeah, he wouldn't mind being backup, which I think that's really cool. And I would love to have Broncos country. I feel like everybody in Broncos country should be happy to have Von back if they made that happen. I hope they do make that happen. But anyway, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your week, y'all. Got a big one on Saturday. It's time to get revenge. And the time is now. It's time to do this thing. Can't wait. But, all right. Stay safe. Be good. Go Broncos. See you guys after the game on Saturday with a recap. Peace.